Hello everyone. In this part, we are going to study thermal analysis. My name is Hajime Kinoshita. I'm a lecturer at the Department of Material Science and Engineering at the University of Sheffield. Please make sure the module you're taking is Mat6675. As it says here, Lecture 0, this part is only an introduction. Our real study starts from next one, Lecture 1. Let's get started. So, firstly, I'd like to introduce myself, then overview of the module. And also I'd like to explain how this part, thermal analysis of the module works. So firstly, my research background. Well, this is not the research, obviously. I used to play football. So this is me. Originally, my research was on ceramic materials, especially related to nuclear waste management. We are trying to incorporate radionuclides, uranium, plutonium, that kind of element into ceramic crystal structure. Related to that, I did quite significant amount of thermodynamic modeling, which is partly related to this thermal analysis. After I came to Sheffield, we started using cementitious materials, cement. And another area of research is carbon dioxide capture. This is also related to cementitious material, and actually this is a quite topical subject, so some of you might be interested in as well. So these are examples of our research on cement. In this particular case, different types of cements are immersed in water and their behavior, especially long-term behavior, was studied in collaboration with university in Japan. So in this particular case, different material degrade in different ways. And you can see these effects in their microstructure. As I mentioned, another area of study is CO2 capture. This is the data actually obtained using something called thermogravimetry. This is one of the thermal analysis we are going to study, and probably you don't know how to read these data at this stage, but hopefully after going through all these units, you will understand how these data can be read and what kind of information you can obtain. Usually, these data are combined with different types of data, in this case, X-ray diffraction data. Again, at this stage, you may not understand fully, but hopefully you will understand after you study this part of the module. So let's have a look at what thermal analysis is. So this is a quite simple definition of thermal analysis, but usually it refers to a wide group of techniques to study chemical or physical property of material, and they are usually subjected to a function of temperature. Analysis can be conducted in different ways. Sometimes temperature can be changed. Sometimes temperature can be uniform, isothermal, constant temperature. The property we can study is physical or can be chemical. So I'm going to show some analysis technique we have in our department. Okay, so I show here 6 different types of analysis. Some of them are quite standard. So when people talk about thermal analysis, some of them are quite common and people imagine. So these shown with orange, these are quite common thermal analysis technique. And these in blue are less common, but still related to temperature change. So it is possible to call them thermal analysis. Also, X-ray diffraction is study of crystal structure, but it is possible to use high temperature, so different temperature. So materials behavior can be studied. So, as I said, our real study starts from lecture 1. In total, I have prepared from lecture 1 to lecture 8. Each unit contains different subjects, and probably it's not too long, from 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So by going through these, hopefully you can study these different thermal analysis technique. Another thing I need to mention is each lecture unit has exercise at the end. And answers are explained at the beginning of following lecture. Okay. Hopefully this will help you to understand the lecture content and also understand examples of how you can utilize this knowledge into practice. Oh, sorry, I did not realize this. Since you're doing distance learning, probably the location of office is not too relevant. However, email address can be quite useful when you have question and you couldn't really understand something, then you can email me. Okay, so this is the end of introduction. So let's get started, the real study.